10.6 frequency trees. A frequency tree can be used to sort data into different groups. It's similar to a Venn diagram, but just laid out slightly differently. So over 1 week, 40 patients visit a dentist. The frequency tree shows some of the information. So what we know is that 40 people attended the dentist, and 23 of those 40 had a morning appointment. That means that 17 must have had an evening appointment. If we know that 21 of the patients of the morning appointments were on time, that means that this number, along with the 21, has to add up to 23. So the number who were late for their morning appointment is 2. Similarly, if 17 patients attended an evening appointment, they were either on time or late. So if 5 of them were late, if we take 5 from 17, we get that there were 12 who were on time. Another example then, 160 people sit their driving test. So that's where we'll start our frequency tree. So we've got 160. 108 people took more than 10 hours of lessons. So we'll say more than 10 hours. And that's going to be 108. So that means that the other option would be less than or equal to 10 hours. So that would be 0 hours, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. And they must add together to give 160, because driving students would either have taken more than or less than or equal to 10 hours. So we have 108 in here. That must mean that 52 took less than or equal to 10 hours. Now, 29 of the people who took more than 10 hours failed their theory test. So we'll put fail, and then the other option would be pass. So that was 29 people failed. So 29 out of the 108 failed. So if we do 108, take away 29, and we get 79. So that means that 79 people who had more than 10 hours passed. 104 people passed their test altogether. So what we know then is that there's also pupils or candidates who did less than 10 hours who could either pass or fail. And we know that 104 passed. So that's going to come from these 79 plus this number in here. So if we do 104 take away 79, we get 25. So that means there must be 25 pupils who passed having less than 10 hours. And if we know that the number of candidates who took less than 10 hours is 52 and 25 of them passed, that means that 27 of them must have failed. So now we know how to answer the question. So how many people took less than 10 hours of lessons and failed their test? So that's 27.